On this episode of Sliced, we target some common household items for dissection to see how they work.
Our first household item up for slicing today, the good old-fashioned electric heater. You know, I've always wondered how these things work. You plug it in, you flip two switches, and boom, you got heat in about 30 minutes. And if you move it around, you can hear there's some liquid inside. First thing I like to do before I slice something open, well, let's read the caution signs. And the first one I see is risk of electric shock and do not open. I guess we're gonna violate that, aren't we? Well, I thought about using a plasma torch on this, but I'm afraid it's got oil inside, and I ignite that plasma torch to some oil, we're gonna have a lot of fun on our hands. Now kids, don't do this at home, because although I do condone cutting things open, your mom's gonna get really mad if you grab her heater. Let's throw on some protective clothing, and let's get to drilling. Let's just get the biggest drill bit we got. It says the contents are under pressure, so you might want to wear this. And sure enough, we have got oil. I would say it's pretty light, 10W3. Well, while I'm draining the oil here, I've noticed that there is a for assistance call number. So I thought we'd give it a try and see if they have any tips on cutting this thing open. Automated answering system. A technical expert. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for, a technical expert. Yeah, I just had a quick question for you. I'm going to be slicing this open and to kind of see how it, yeah. No, this is not a joke. Where are you? Where are you right now? Arizona. James from Arizona. No help from the manufacturer on slicing this thing open, so I guess we're on our own on this. Cut the power cord, and if I pull out my Milwaukee blade set here, I've got several good blades to choose from. I've got the axe, which is good for wood nails and demolition, the wrecker. Oh yeah, and I got the torch. Right there, metal cutting, Milwaukee, USA. Nothing like a good Sawzall to do some cutting. Woo, we've got some smoke, gentlemen. We've got some smoke. Here is the moment of truth and the unveiling. Oh, and look right there, we missed a little spot. Well, look at what we got here. Boy, you talk about simplicity. A couple of switches. We've got a hot wire, negative wire, and a couple of thermal. Oh, actually, we got two hot wires, two negative wires, so we've got two switches, so you can run either side. But you know what I don't see on this side, really, are any heating elements. At this point, all I see is aluminum. So what is causing this thing to heat up? Let's look at side number 2 here. And I think I've got the answer to that question. If we open this up, this right here is copper. And you can see the hot wires and the negative wires running to this transformer right here. So I bet what happens is when you apply power to this copper is heating up. And when the copper heats up and the heater sets level, all of the oil is down here, and when the oil heats up, the oil rises up through the fins and radiates heat throughout the room. And I would imagine that this top element is for one side and the bottom element is for the other side. But you know what? We're gonna slice it open and find out. That cut off real nice. And now, we can definitely see that heating element right inside of there. I need a flashlight. Well, look right there. We have got two copper elements that are making up our heating element that's inside of the steel tubing. I don't think we're done slicing yet, though. I want to pull those things out. And now we've got a bird's eye view. So right here are your heating elements that are connected by power right here. The power goes up to these two switches right here. And then we've got a thermostat, and basically that's just like the dimmer on your lights in your house. You turn it up and you turn it down, and that regulates the amount of voltage that's going through the wires and down to this heating element right here. And then once this heating element gets a certain amount of power, well, it heats these little puppies right here up. The oil heats up. That oil radiates through these very thin aluminum fins, thus heating the bedroom up. Nice, toasty, and warm.